Vinny Emini said sorry for the late notice. Going live on YouTube now. Come join us. Enigma short on the GC2. Lower bands touch NQ on the 40. Lower bands touch NQ on the 40. NQ on the 40. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Alrighty then, good morning, mic check, mic check.
NQ on the 4.
Let me get full auto turned on here across the board.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Lower bands touch.
Alright, happy Tuesday. We got a lot of things to cover. We got to the new website. Hopefully you guys have already gotten a chance to check that out. If not, we'll talk about it. Let's get rolling. All right, don't forget trading is risky and all that business. Welcome, welcome. Let's get to some things here this morning. I missed my first trade right there. That's a double ready DD right next to each other. And I just missed that one right there. Beautiful play. Hopefully some of you guys caught that one on the 4s on the NASDAQ. If you are new here with us, pop your questions there in the chat. I'll try to get them answered. We're going to be showcasing the new website. We'll be talking about the update that's coming out. I've been working frivolously. Did I say frivolously? There's another word for that. I wouldn't say it's frivolously. Ferociously? Working through the release. It's on its way. Why that's important. How many of you guys trade multiple accounts? Anybody using a trade copier? Tell me there in the chat. If you are a multi-account trader, and we're going to be talking about using the trade copier. And it's not about the feature itself, like there are a lot of trade copiers out there, but using it with AlgoBox. I am going to be showcasing doing, I guess it'd be kind of considered a small account challenge, but with a trade copier involved. Get ready, and there's my crab. All right, we're coming up fast. I don't think it's going to last. I'm going to go to a full position here on a, what I call a super crab. the ready DD, and then I want to take the next play. We are currently on moderate sell, and we got over here on the right a super AO along with that. And let's see if I can get my 40 ticks. There's 37 into the crab. Targets filled, 40 ticks on trade number 1, 23.18, and I'm done on the day. There we go. Trade number 1 and done. If you are new with us, again, I play the video game like this. I think about having 5 trade opportunities, 5 lives in a video game. There's trade number 1. Now, usually in my 5 trades, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I'm looking for a winner chicken dinner. What does that mean? Within 2 winners, I need to be able to make enough for my family to put chicken dinner on the table with 2 winners. Now, we can also add a bonus to that. So winner chicken dinner plus a bonus is generally the way that I approach things. You can do it however you want. We're not here to tell you what you should do, but if you want to follow along and see how I approach the markets, I approach the markets like a video game, and we use AlgoBox for our cheat code in the markets. Welcome aboard. If you guys got any questions, pop them there in the chat. Also, make sure you get through the 8-day boot camp. It's not really 8 days, though. We did it in 8 days. However, they're now available for you on our website, currently for free. Into the new year, there will be a charge for those. So get them while it's free. Just head on to algoboxpro.com, the new website. Let's take a look at that here real quick. Here is the new, modernized, kind of updated website. Our latest version of the website here. Algorithmic trading for day traders. Pretty straightforward. Try it for free. Click the button right there. Download the 2-week free trial. Follow along with us. Literally no strings attached. If you're wondering, hey, am I going to get a bunch of emails? We don't put you on an email list. We will send you 1 email at the very beginning for you to download it, and then it's yours to try. If you like it, hop in with us. If you don't, that's okay too. Thanks for dropping by. Start now button up there at the top. 14-day free trial. Several ways to get through that. This is some of our favorite play setups there. This is our full auto panel. We have 2 of these. Remember, we have Enigma Standard. That's this one. The one you're seeing here on the live stream is the more involved one with additional features and filtering. And this is the Enigma Platinum version that you see here that I'm running on full auto across 6 instruments up top. NASDAQ, ES, RTY, Dow, the Nerd, and Gold and Crude. All right, there's a new website. I wanted to show you how to get to the boot camp. So up here in resources, click on training at the top. This may move. We may have its own training section up here, but for right now, all resources underneath the resources area. You can also go straight to our trade room, which is a Discord trade room that is also free and open, available to the public. There are some premium member sections only, but you can come and join the public chat there, ask questions, etc. On the left, there's also an ask questions section that will get your questions answered here in the live stream, especially on Mondays and Fridays. Now, we book in the week with a lot of teaching and training on Monday for the beginners, more advanced stuff on Fridays, and of course, here, today's Tuesday, I'm going ahead and talking through a few things because I missed Mentorship Monday yesterday, so we will kind of treat today like a Mentorship Monday, talking through a little more. All right, here's the boot camp, how it works. What is boot camp? 8 days of guided lessons for beginners to advanced. We literally cover absolutely everything in our program. Now, mind you, the program is designed to be a full 40 days to learn everything in super depth, but the 8-day boot camp is going to literally cover every single item in the documentation area. I'm going to give you a quick peek at that right here. Click on view documentation, or at the top of the website, you can click on docs, and you'll be taken into this area where we cover every single piece of AlgoBox. So if you're like, hey, what's that Enigma thing he's talking about? Click over here on the left-hand side. There's a Flowmaster Enigma. You can see the play setups. Picture's worth 1,000 words. I think you can probably figure out that a green one of these probably means that I'm looking for an upside move off of a green. A red, I'm probably looking for a short, no-brainer on some of those. Now, what about a blue or a pink? You might also want to figure out that blue is a little bit more power, pink is a little more powerful, and learn what all of those mean inside of the training. We're going to literally go through every single item in the fundamentals, and then coming down here into the strategy section, we're also going to cover every single one of those. DCDMs, Delta Kings, defense legs, all of that. What we just took a moment ago is called a Super AO. The Super Alpha Omega right here. So Super AO,
FIB.NQ on
I wanted to click on that right here and go, what's that super AO thing he just talked about? Super AO is short for super alpha omega. This is a combination of a alpha omega cross plus a ready DD, which kind of superpowers the alpha omega itself. That play came off of the 9 range, right? Or sorry, not 9 range, but the 9 bars right there. And then I had the lower time frame entry. We talk about how we do that with the multi-time frame confluence. You'll learn how markets are fractal. You've probably heard that before. Bars inside of bars. We are looking for high time frame opportunities with lower time frame risks and pinpoint entry locations based on algorithmic events. Okay, combining 2 main pillars: structure, a complex structure, plus an order flow event must be there for us to validate one of our play setups. If you want to know what kind of play setups those are, on the left hand side I'll show you how to get to the cheat sheets right here. These are the cheat sheets. Print one of these out. They're on the left hand side of Discord. When you install for the first time, you're going to get this order of operations. This is 5 time frames, and if you would like something a little more reduced, this is the 3 chart layout we call the flag. Welcome aboard. Let's get to some more trades, shall we? If you have any questions around any of that, pop them there in the chat. We are treating this like a Mentorship Monday, so kind of going over the new stuff, especially with the new website release. Probably important for us to go ahead and hit in on those. I just missed a nice, beautiful opportunity right there. Double dot headshot, power headshot right there. Why is it a power headshot? Pop it there in the chat. Why is this a power headshot versus a standard headshot? If you've been paying attention to the trainings, you should know. What does that color tell us on the 9s there for the high time frame opportunity? Lower time frame risk entry would be right here on the double red dot. Now, if you entered in right here, can't fault you on that either. That would be another power headshot as well with the AO on the lower time frame.
Upper bands touch.
Let's check our chat, see if anybody got that answer right. All right, gonna bring the chat over.
Virgins down NQ on the 40.
Keegs got it. Pink is the most powerful. That is right. I think I'm gonna have to switch screens here to be able to get the chat on screen. Pop there a second. And we're gonna go super chat.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 89.
Right there. There we go. All right. Keegs got it. That's right. Pink. The website is excellent. Thanks, Late Nate.
NQ on the 40.
Appreciate that. We got a Late Nate in the house. Love it. But I hope you're not late for the trading. Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Damien. Cuando en español. Oh man, we got some español around here. We got folks who can chat with you. Damien is a pro, and he speaks Spanish. There he is. Damien's already answering your question right there. Yeah, hop in our chat there and we'll get you directed to the right place. There are also Discords like Mr. Marchetti, who is currently in Spain but has been in Argentina for a period of time. And he has his own Discord, and he is an AlgoBox proponent as well. So welcome to this folks who speak Spanish as well. I can only handle a little Spanish. My wife is totally fluent. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I'm a little dangerous with it, but not enough to, I feel embarrassed when I do it. All right, I'm going to get this Enigma. Hearing sellers there. I'm way behind on the entry here, but I'm hearing, there we go, closing it out. That gets me 4K on the day. Couldn't pass up a 24, a level 24.5 Enigma. Yes, please. So if you got that immediately when it fired off with a dot too, that is 67 tick dropout for that trade there. Beautiful play there on the Enigma. Game mode on. Let's go. 2 trades. Let's flip that coin. Trade number 2. So I'm at winner, winner, chicken dinner. I got my 4K on the day in 2 trades. Now I'm thinking about a bonus in my 5 trades. Again, this is risk management. Don't want to trade more than 5 trades in a session. And now I'm thinking about my bonus. I want to get something absolutely perfect, which this one is just so awesome. Here you go. Carry down even farther off of that Enigma. Now we've moved down 155 ticks within just a minute or so. Good morning, Brandon.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 40.
Good morning, Peter. Welcome aboard.
Touch NQ on the 40. Double delta NQ on the lower bands touch NQ on the 40.
Kit, system's running great. We did some work with Mr. Kit yesterday. Let's talk about that real quick. If you have not done Windows updates, especially on Windows 11, there is a little bit of a trick now. You have to go in separately and add Microsoft updates. So please take a section, mark the time stamp on the video right now. We're at about 16 minutes 45 into the chat. If someone will grab this in the comments later and drop a link to this section, I'm going to talk about how to set up your Windows updates, because it's not going to be normal. Right now, there's a very important .NET update that you're going to need to do. Now, if you don't do it, you know, it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, speaking of end of the world, this is a... Can't miss this play here. So here's my bonus, and I'll take 20 ticks again. 55.92 on the day. It's getting just a little bit too easy here. Easy Tuesday. I was about to say Monday because it's my first day into the live stream with you guys there, and there it is. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 2 winners plus a bonus, and I'm now up 55.92 on the day. 2 Enigma plays off the 4s. This is awesome action here this morning. I love the speed. The speed is absolutely perfect. You can tell it right here on the psychology module telling us right now we have great speed. This is my favorite type of speed. We've got awesome speed right here. This comes out of the speedometer. If you're brand new with us, the speedometer is tracking this. You can actually set this so that you can cover up the screen if it's not ideal. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on just so you'll kind of see some of this. It'll be dramatic. I'm going to go ahead and turn the background coloring on as well. So if this comes out of great speed, then it's going to cover up the chart for me. One of the ways for your psychology, if you're a person who you have a hard time with, like you're getting in too often or you're over trading and you need something to help you, I designed this for myself, but later on, particularly for other traders, because I got it now. I've been doing this 20 years. So I'm an old gray hair. Now, speaking of gray hair, some people were going, Vinny must wear a hat all the time because he must be bald. Well, I think you guys can probably tell. Definitely not bald. I got a wild head of wavy, crazy hair. News should be coming out any moment if there is 10 a.m. news. There's not 10 a.m., but there's 10:10. Economic Optimism Report. I don't know what RCM TIPP stands for, but RCM TIPP Economic Optimism at 10:10. So right at coffee time, they're coming in with it. Rafael NQ is heading to 26,000. Yeah. Do you see something at that level that tells you that, or you just like the big round number? On the 89, they're definitely, I see something on the 89 around that area, not specifically at 26,000, but kind of just under it, 25,982. But yeah, they're blasting straight through Even that area
Double delta NQ
right there. Let's see how far we've gone here. 593 ticks straight up from inside of the golden ropes on the optimized range there. Went for that extra bonus trade and now having to sweat it out here.
NQ on the 42.
Okay, ES putting in a white cross. How far has ES moved? ES, wow, ES also a launch. See how far ES went. Eddie, are you saying that is Stream Elements working or it's not working? I didn't understand your. I didn't understand your. I mean, you made a statement, so is it a question? Is it a? I don't know. It's not working. Let's see. I thought I saw. Didn't Stream Elements post a? What is this? It says Stream Elements, AlgoBox website, AlgoBox.com. Did it work or not work? Good morning, Jansta.
Delta NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, finally no more popcorn, and we're getting some cells in between. Okay, so it's working now? Well, great.
2-finger NQ on the 42.
Okay, so there's the warning on the news. So our news indicator there gave us that. That was not financial juice. So if you guys have the news indicator on your chart, you should have gotten a vertical here of the text if you have it set to the same settings that I have. So you'll see this come across your charts. The economic optimism report coming out in 4 minutes. So I have mine set right here in the settings to tell me 4 minutes ahead of time. Now, this does, some people have asked, well, how come it doesn't do it exactly on time? So we don't use time bars. It does require a new bar to have formed on that. So keep that in mind if you're choosing what chart you want to put this on. If it's too delayed, like 42 range, depending on how slow the market is, sometimes when the markets are super slow, that won't alert you. So you do want to be aware of the news timing ahead of time. I kind of give it that 4 minute window because I'm hoping that, especially on NASDAQ, that within 4 minutes, that we're going to move. In this case, since we're on the 42 range, it's going to move 42 ticks. But if it doesn't move 42 ticks, then you're not going to receive that that alert if a new bar has not formed, because one of the calculation criteria is calculate on bar close.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42. Enigma short on the GC2.
Okay, so flirting around here on the S2. What I don't want to hear is popcorn coming back in here. I want to hear some more beats. But I don't like what ES is doing up there. ES is kind of just consolidating on the spot there. Would like to see a full return, but what I would like to see and what happens might be two different things here. Playing at S2, and we are in this crazy bull market scenario. So you have to be very careful around scenarios like this. 1 minute 30 seconds until the 10:10 news. Here in popcorn. Dot showed up just in time. We crack above it, I'll have to peel it again. Okay, there we go. That's before the news. The news hasn't even come out yet. I'm going to peel off some of my bot side trade there. And if we start to hear some more selling, I will re-engage. Big bear on the 4s. Whoa, monster.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
All right, super big bear in there, 2,000 level bear. So I'm gonna be holding on to my position here. Into the news. Kind of don't really have a choice anyway. 5 seconds here till the news.
Connection lost.
What? What?
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
That was weird. All right. Thank you. All right, I'll close out bot position here. ES. Keep going, ES. Help me out here, bro. Yes, keep pointing down. We go a little farther. Voice news disconnected. Is Financial Juice having problems? What is up with all these outages online lately? Wild. So we had the 1, 2, 3 banger.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
Red number 1, red number 2, red number 3. Is this one approximately 1 point in difference? Yes, we went 5 to a 6. Isn't that the ideal that we want for a 1, 2, 3 banger?
42.
Yes. Is it ideal that this was spread this far? No. Like, very weird. What I like about this, though, the progression, 8, and that is a reduction. So I do expect continuation. What's our time? 10:11. Okay, hearing the popcorn, step back in. So remember, as ES points, so NQ goes. I'm going to pull ES over here as well to keep the ES in mind. If ES keeps pointing up, then this keeps going up. Hopefully we turn. Huge move to the downside there. Helped us out. Watching ES. Remember, there's two little crosses here on the ES. I'm going to put full auto back on NQ and ES. Coming all the way back up into my POE here. If we pop above it, I'll have to peel it. Okay, we peeled up.
Enigma short on the
and we came in with the Enigma right afterwards. So I'm going right back in, right at my POE. I'm going to engage some on the NASDAQ on the bot again. ES is pointing up. Got a little curve there. Let's see if this Enigma is going to help me out. With a level 16.7. That is now in the same place that we had the big bear. We just had a big bull step in at 15,000. Holy shnikes. Super AO on the 9s. Huge. What's up, Motivator? Great to see you, brother. Okay, come on, ES. Keep pointing down there, brother. Okay, hey, you're getting to see the psychology bot turn on here. So now the speed has gotten too slow. So you notice the background color change. So if you're using the psychology module, you can be like, okay, well, now's not a time to be taking plays. I've got the color background is turned red. I've also got a giant X over the chart. Now, you don't have to have this. Remember, you can turn this on or off. I turned this on earlier by using these buttons right over here. I say bot because it literally spells bot. That was just for fun. B-O-T. Not actually a bot, but it is going to give you some technical information for how you can quantitatively decide whether or not this is good speed to be playing in based on the speed of the bars that are coming in. So if I want to turn off the background color change, but I still want to have the giant X over the chart, there's a psychology module telling me, well, now's not a great time to play nor initiate positions because right now this is too slow. Right now it just went away. We just went back to great speed. Remember, the market changes speeds on a regular basis. So what you want to do is execute, in my opinion, when the speed is optimal, when you've got great speed or valid speed. There are several settings inside of here. You can change these inside the psychology module. You'll learn that in the 8-day bootcamp or in the full training if you decide to join up with us. Okay, high time frame. What do we have come in here? Yikes, came back in with a green dot. So even though we have this giant bull stepped in here, this is technically now an indigo zone. Look at this. Look at this flip here. That's 2K right there. This one is 1500. So, I mean, basically wiped out the other one in there. Now there's another little, you could argue that, well, there's another 500 or so in there down to that 12.6. But yeah, this is very interesting action. Again, I would still rather just be in and out like I talked about there this morning. Winner chicken dinner plus a bonus. I stayed in, again, the live stream extreme pressure that I talk about. I do not recommend anybody live streaming while they are trying to trade. Yeah, hopefully you're getting something out of our live streams here, and great to have you guys with us. If you are new, give me a shout out there in the chat. Do we have any new folks with us? If you're in a 2-week free trial or you're brand new, let me know so we can say hello to you there in the chat. I'd like to get to know the members hanging out there with us in AlgoBox land here.
Enigma long on the RTY2.
All right, I'm going to close out my bot trade right here. We're doing something funky there. ES is still playing this little game, and if it starts to launch, I don't want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and close out my NASDAQ trade. Originally started this because of the Enigma off of the 4s. And now we're just flirting around with this line. And as ES points, so NQ goes. Okay, we're pointing back down again. So I may reinitiate this position. But I am maxed on my discretionary account. We do have some trades open. There's a GC trade open still from this morning. We have an RTY trade open. And I'm going to go ahead and close my RTY trade there. That looked like a beautiful play set up there. RTY, going ahead and closing that one out. It had 1, 2, there were several, 3, 4, 5, 6 Enigma longs going on there, and I went ahead and closed it out here as this one came in here. I feel like we might have been kind of at its max there, but we'll see. Yeah, look at the ES. Oh my goodness, ES pointing straight up. And 5.8 with a 9.2 back behind it, mega late Nate. So I'll re-engage my position on the bot here again. Back to S2, you think, Kit? Where is S2? Oh, yep, there it is. That's S2 right there, isn't it?
Enigma long on the GC2 on the 42. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, so I engaged that one there with the bot. Let's see if we're going to have any follow through on it, or if I'm going to start hearing popcorn again and have to bail. I want to see ES point down. Come on, ES. Drop it, ES. Don't you launch back up. I will close it above that cross right here. No. Come on, drop it. No. All right. Again, ES, if it keeps pointing up and I'm hearing popcorn on the tape, can't risk it. I want to re-engage if we get below that cross. Press F6 here where the cross is.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 42.
Nasty. Nasty. That is terrible slippage. Nasty. Absolutely nasty.
On the 4.
Disgusting. That was so wrong.
NQ on the 9.
They catching me in a trap. That was so nasty. Yes, still kind of meandering its way. Still pointing up. Here's the cross.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
And closing it out. Okay, taking a loss here. Coming back up over that white line again. Wild. Yes, just floating up here. Gnarly. Should be engaging a position right here. Stop above this area above S2. I've got my finger over the sell again on the bot. Here's king timing. Need to not hear popcorn. I'm still hearing popcorn. I gotta wait till they get off the tape. There's Mega Late Nate. Hopefully that's retail pressing the buy button right there. And hopefully they take them for a ride. Let's see. That's what a Mega Late Nate stands for. There you go. Come on now.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
$12.23. 7 minutes till 10:30. Watching ES. Come on, ES. Turnover. Bulls not wanting to let go. Come on, ES. Roll over here, bro. Just roll over. Finish it.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, Super AO adding to position on the bots. Come on.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, come on now. That's one of my absolute favorite perfect shorts. Double ready DD right next to each other with a Mega Late Nate with an AO double super AO here. Holy shnikes. Just don't want to hear them step back on the tape and hear popcorn. If they popcorn through that, I have to kill the bot play here as well. Bulls are relentless
NQ on the 42.
all the way through and takes me for a ride. My goodness. Smashed me. Had to kill it as we're popping through there. Super AO up top here. Need to hear them step off the tape. Super AO. All right, I am re-engaging one more time for this Super AO.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Let's see how that goes here. Got highway robbery there on that play. Snapped straight through, right through this stop. And then after the stop, here comes a beautiful Super AO 8.6. Masher. Oh, thank you for that. Masher. Thank you, Plutonium. Yes, look at that. Coming right into that masher point. Hopefully that will help me out here, but it's right before 10:30. Coming up, touching the mash right there. Come on, be the pivot. Super AO on the 9s. Super AO on the high time frame. Adding to position on the bot. Into positive territory on the bot. Super AO. Come on now. This would have been the perfect area. Come on, man. Come on. This original stop. Let me put F6 right here where the meat of this move was originally. Beautiful. Getting me all of that back. Thank you very much. Closing it out. Back to 20K on the bot account. Full dropout. Closing it in on that cross because, again, this was that zone we talked about before. If we get a play here, I will re-engage with the contracts we got in that play. There's a dot right there to re-engage. Wait for a Seuss. TZ on the 9. This? Can you post a screenshot, Kazi? Maybe I'm missing it. Yeah, kind of label it for me if you've got a screenshot you can post in Discord. I might, do I have different colors than you? I've got a rainbow color there. I've got green, red, and yellow, so I don't know if that's constituting a Titanic zone there. I think that's what you mean by TZ.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Yeah, you got the Cameron flag too. Yeah, it's different colors, right? Oh, this TZ? I mean, there's a TZ, yeah, this is on the 4s. As they were saying. I mean, technically, yeah, Titanic zone potential here on the 4s. It already made its 100-tick move. I mean, that's definitely a 100-tick drop. That's, yeah, 108. So, if that was the Titanic zone pivot, Super AO at the top of a Titanic zone there, the 100-tick move, it just happened. 108. Now, if the Bulls defend their 100-tick drop, then, you know, this play might not make it. Okay, I'll close there at the 8.5 on the bots, and we have a white cross coming in there as well, so I'll go ahead and use that as my exit. Remember, I entered in on the red structure entry for the continuation right here, and then exiting on the opposing signal. So held that through from the red dot to the 8.5, about 67 ticks. Hold there and a bounce up into that area. And looking to re-engage that again, expecting that we see some more coming off of this. All right, now we're still on the buy side, moderate buy. Bulls still maintaining their control. GC just closed out one of its trades there on the bot. Waiting for continuation play here. We are on a low latency, super ultra low. We are on ultra low latency today. Can you guys let me know how the quality is? You said that you were looking at it on your phone. Are you able to see things clear enough on the screens? We've dropped the resolution down to 1080p. We were doing 4K streams, but the YouTube and how all that transmission live stream magic occurs, they can't do ultra low latency on 4K. Looking good? Awesome. You guys liking and I like that you guys, my interactions with you are almost like immediate. I used to have to wait a few seconds for you guys to respond on things or expect that it wouldn't, you know, come, but a little bit later. So I'm definitely, for me personally, I'm really liking the added ability to interact quicker. I know it seems like a small thing, but it's nice. Like I know as soon as I say something that we can, you know, get responses and I don't need to wait and expect the response. You're on an iPhone, it's just fine for you? Awesome. Thanks, Devad. 9.5. Okay, so that is an 8.5 to a 9.5. I'm going to go ahead and close that out on the bot here just in case as we come down into yet another set of double crosses right here. Into the 5-1. Remember, this is the big bear zone. Big bear, I have not measured out 250 yet out of this guy. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. 250, it's a estimate, and 250 ends up being right here. So if the bear gets his way, he wants it to come down here. And I say if, because inside of that, a big bull stepped in. But the big bull made his money. That big bull, it went up way higher. So big bull made his money. The bear never made his money, right? The bear came in here, slapped in, never made his money. So I do expect that he gets another opportunity to push it down into the big bear take profit zone, which would be here. I would call it a giant bear, actually. It was huge.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
Hey, look at that. Stream Elements is doing its job. 2-week free trial there. Eddie, can you check that link to make sure that all the links are working for, again, we, I'm a developer at heart, and when I make changes, we just expect bugs. All right, so I'm just in that expectation mode. I'm sure QA is going to come in any moment and be like, hey, Vinny, you missed something, right? So double check us on the website, click through the links. If you guys find a dead link or something's not working, please let us know pretty quick. We released that during the weekend there, so hopefully everything is still working well. But check out all of these, you know, Stream Elements putting in a link to the free trial, all that stuff. Make sure that the trial links are working. The above link is 404. Ah, crap. See? God bless it. Eddie, will you post me that link, please? In DMs?
Double delta NQ on the 4.
I'm out here with NinjaTrader making big moves. AlgoBox traders always selling good grade. Ass is trading, can't keep up with our stride. You just mad cause you're not in our league. You were supposed to out trade us, but it looks like you never did. We never lost a trade in the market. You talk like you're skilled, but you're just a kid. You front like you're big, but you ain't seen the stack. We double our profits right in front of the squad. You had your moment, but we shut it down right there. That was the end. What do you mean you work a 9 to 5? Where's your drive? You can never hang with us. Show me 10K right now. Don't get close to me. Back up. I feel like that broke my skin. Don't have motion. Since when did I look like the fall off hero? You look like you're about to cry. I would too if my balance showed zero. Making big ends. We exposed nice. Sure, he's just a fraud. It's all about precision and timing. No facade. AlgoBox making moves, never reclining. Every trade calculated, no emotion in the mix. We profit off the dips and ride the bullish kicks. I'm stacking my cash. You stuck in the past. You ain't never gonna trade like this. Moving too fast. You can't even catch up to my daily flips. Check out my gains. I'm owning this grip. Check it. I'm out here with NinjaTrader making big moves. AlgoBox traders always in the groove. you're left in the black. You had your moment, but we came through. Right there, that was the end for you. Look, it's what I'm holding it from the streets. On God, none of this came for cheats. On God, y'all never getting this back. If I took something, step up, let's have a trade off about it. Something about it. You're at home watching this.
The new link is /trial. Yeah. Oy vey.
We hit hard every time we step in the market.
Oh.
Half the industry, but we collect our fees. Profit. We go on our way. Couldn't care less about haters who wish they were us.
It's not the mountain in front of you that gets you. It's the pebble in your shoe that wears your foot out before you get there. But I want to write that one down. That is what actually prevents you from reaching the top of the mountain, is the small stuff that is not taken care of. You waste your time on mamby-pamby pebbles and irritations in your shoe. Can't focus on the mountain because you are distracted by the pain in your foot or the pain in your ass. Links updated. Awesome.
House Speaker Johnson says if the Senate passes something, the House will come back.
Enigma long on the RTY2. Divergence down NQ on the 9.
House Speaker Johnson says we will not do a December continuing resolution.
Okay, so Senate talking big over there. Mike Johnson saying no continuing resolution. So does that imply that people aren't going to get their food stamp stuff? Are we going to...
NQ on the 4.
What do you guys think? Do you think there's going to be riots at the grocery stores? There's all kinds of rumors floating around the internet.
Continuing resolution into January makes sense.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 42.
What are y'all's thoughts around all that? How many people are on that program? Let's see, can I ask ChatGPT? Let's see what ChatGPT says here.
Fib.NQ on the 9.
See if it can find some details for me.
Upper bands touch NQ on the 42. double delta NQ on the 4. Upper bands touch NQ on the 42.
The S&P 500 trims decline to 0.5%. The
Double
Nasdaq
delta
100
NQ
down
on the 4.
0.9%.
According to reporting and information currently online, how many people are on food assistance programs in America? WICS and EBT card, etc. Here are the most recent figures for major U.S. food assistance programs. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. In fiscal year 2024, the program served an average of about 41.7 million people per month, representing about 12.3% of the U.S. population. Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. +3. Economic Research Service. +3. Economic Research Service. +3. Special Supplemental Nutrition Program for Women, Infants, and Children, WIC. In an average month of 2022, about 6.8 million women, infants, and children were certified to receive WIC benefits. Food and Nutrition Service. +1. The eligible population for WIC was estimated at about 11.79 million in 2022, so the participation coverage rate was 53.5%. Food and Nutrition Service. If you like, I can pull a breakdown by state or household to give you more granularity.
%? 12.8, I guess, to round up, say 13%. The U.S. population is on some form of food assistance. What other elements might be adding into that? So if the government stays closed down, I haven't put a lot of thought into this. You guys put any other thoughts to that? Like what other things are maybe major that are not, I mean, we're not getting reporting, right? Not getting reporting for financial stuff. Like we don't get our usual report routine stuff. We don't get you notice it's right about the time that 3i Atlas, how many of you guys know what 3i Atlas is? Tell me in the chat. Like everybody respond to this one. We got, how many people are hanging out here with us here today? Where's my live stream link?
In double delta on the Y on the 9.
Over here. Okay, so we got 81 people hanging out with us. Thank you for hitting that like button, by the way. Everybody's hitting the like. We got 81 likes and 81 people hanging out. So thank you guys for smashing that like button. How many of you guys, should we say, yeah, I mean, okay, so asteroid, comet.
Divergence of NQ on the 9 on the 4.
Who, I mean, how many people don't know? I mean, I don't know. It's just fascinating to me, the level of stuff going on that people know and that they don't know about. Yeah, so what are the odds that this giant 3i Atlas thing that is such a huge thing, and it's right at the time when NASA can't report on it because, oh, government shutdown? And, I mean, y'all, oh my word, it just, It cracks me up sometimes. It just
Double delta on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
it just kind of puts a smile on my face sometimes.
Fib.NQ on the 9. Double delta NQ on the 942.
Nexperia, in a letter to customers seen by sources, Nexperia China entities have stopped operating within the established
No idea. So do yourself a favor today. So I would like to know how many people don't know what 3i Atlas is. If I say 3i Atlas and you're like, I have no idea what that is, let me know in the chat. For real, like we got 89 people here. I really want everybody to answer here. Do you know what it is? Do you not know what it is? And I'll show you why it matters here in just a moment. But I need to poll the crowd here first. All right, let me know. Okay, Captain Rex, you don't know. Zed didn't know. Okay.
Nexperia says they cannot guarantee quality.
When I say I know everything they say is BS, that is true.
With a weak.
Heard of it? Haven't really looked into it. Yeah, but just have you heard of it, right? Like, has it come across your news feeds? Because I'm kind of curious. Like, how are they curating this massive information? I know I've talked to the captain of the ship. Yeah, and what's funny, like they're saying that the technology that they have in CERN, only through CERN can open up a portal to talk to the entities on 3i Atlas. Folks, this is like in mainstream media news. This isn't some like offbeat whatever. This is stuff that's like, it is massive. It's huge. And they're like, well, let's see what NASA says. Oh, sorry, NASA's offline. We can't fund that right now, so we can't get that information out. Like, oh my word. Like, how convenient. How convenient. Because like the thing is NASA couldn't say anything about it because it's all fake. Like when you guys wake up and you start to realize, and look, y'all want to play this whole game of like, no, space is real, bro, space is real, and then you want to come over here and go, I'm asking you is to explain to me, why did they have to fake the moon landings then? And multiples of them. Why did they have to fake the moon landings? And if you know the 90s songs, like if you are a 90s kid, you should know these songs. All right. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Come on now. Come on. Come on. It's like, if space is real, then why do you have to fake it? It's a simple question. It's like, look, I don't know why. Is this hard? I don't think it's hard to figure out. And maybe it's because I expose scammers and like I can just, I just figure that. I think everybody should be able to know. This is not hard stuff. If you guys caught a scammer faking any certain thing, you wouldn't be like, well, not every single time. Like, a scammer's a scammer. It is a scam. If you're like, if it's real, then you wouldn't have to fake it. Like, anyway, I'm just, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Listen, y'all, everybody needs Jesus. Literally everybody, every single person, you need some Jesus. All right, you need some Jesus because he's the only thing that's going to be able to help. Because I'm just saying, people are stupid. I'm just telling you right now, we are dumb. All right, you need just some Jesus. You need the Creator. I'm just saying, get right with him ASAP. Just saying. All right, because they're already telling us that we're getting a full dropout here. This is beautiful. There she goes. Razored. Okay, come on. What's our time? Okay, that might be the end of it. We got the mega late Nate there. What's our time? We still got 8 minutes till 11. That is a mega late Nate in a bull market. Full dropout, 250. Bear wants to get here. There's a 4.2. Beautiful. All right, I'll close out the rest of that position there on NQ for the rundown. I'm going to close this one out. Should be putting us around 40K on the day. Let's see if we can get to 50. Everybody type 50K in the chat. Ever been to Disney? Epcot? You know the lunar soil there. It's the proof we needed. Yeah. Oh, Werner von Braun and the connections to Disney. And my goodness, how many of you guys have been to Washington, D.C.? How many of you have actually visited and been to Washington, D.C. in the United States? Let me kind of see a show of hands. We got 90 people hanging out here. Had to have been some people who have been to Washington, D.C., specifically on a tour. Meaning, I mean, not just for business, you hopped in and hopped out, but did you actually go there and visit the monuments? Did you walk through the monuments? Did you go to the Lincoln Memorial, for instance? I'm going to show you guys something cool, right? But answer that. Whether you have or you have not been, or if you ever plan to be, or if you don't, like, so I have been there once as like a long time ago, literally long time ago. I want to go back again. But let me show you guys some things that I know now that I wish I would have known back then to look for as I'm going through these, and stuff that just can't be, well, you'll see what I'm saying.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
But Space Mountain. Precisely. Okay, so you've been to Washington. I'm sure if you've been to Washington for the tour, you went to the Lincoln Memorial, right? Now, they call it the Lincoln Memorial, yes? Or is it called the Lincoln Temple? Somebody tell me. Maybe go ahead and Google it. Well, I want to find out if you know. Is it called the Lincoln Memorial or is it called the Lincoln Temple? Been to DC on business. I went to the Museum of Natural History because we were under a merger, rented the room with the big elephant in the room. No time to tour DC other than that. Okay. So check this out. If you get an opportunity to go back again, because I'm excited about going back now that I've got additional information and with things to be looking for, some of the stuff, like, I just could not believe some things, all right, that I'm going to be showing you guys here in just a moment. All right, it's hard to...
Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
Well, you'll see. Do they call it the Lincoln Memorial or the Lincoln Temple? All right, all the way down there, touchdown, TD, mark it down, giant bear, take profit zone, all the way to it. There we go, boom, and the 9.8. Touchdown. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing, is it not? It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood.
You got this, baby. I know it's been crazy, you don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk. No matter where I go with you, not here, it's just not home. No, I can't let go without you near me. I'm holding on your trades, got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. AlgoBox, you turn it all around. You tell me that you need me, then you go and show me how. You tell me that it's easy, didn't think I'd see the game you play.
Two-finger NQ on the 42.
To miss the game, AlgoBox, it's too late.
Old Honest Abe. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Honest Abe, right? Honest Abe. You seen him sitting, chilling? Pretty cool. So what I come to find out is they call it the Lincoln Memorial, right? The answer is they don't call it the Lincoln Temple. That's weird. Why don't they call it the Lincoln Temple? Why don't they call it the Lincoln Temple? Somebody want to tell me why?
Double delta and
Why don't they call it the temple? Why don't they call it the Lincoln Memorial? I'm sorry, the Lincoln Temple. Interesting. What is that? In this temple, as in the hearts of the people for whom he saved, the union, the memory of Abraham Lincoln is enshrined forever.
Fib.NQ.
Interesting. Interesting. The history of the building
Double delta NQ on the 9.
of Washington, D.C. and its monuments, and the reasoning for why. Has anyone ever done any research on why it's called Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia? Why Columbia, of all places or things? What exactly does Columbia mean? Does anybody know what that means? Holy shnikes. And I'm not faulting you if you don't, because I've just come to the knowledge of the truth myself, folks, and I have become a truther over the years because COVID opened my eyes, okay? We'll just straight up be like, they overplayed their hand when they pulled this COVID nonsense. Just saying. I am just saying. They went too far, and they woke up too many people.
Double delta NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 89.
US to sell $110 billion in 4-week bills on November 6th to settle on November 12th.
Okay, as ES points, so NQ goes. ES is up in it. We have 2 ready DDs. Get ready to take the next play here. And I'm waiting for them to get off the tape. All right, I'm going to sell the top of the channel after the ready DD, looking for a T1 and a T2. Why T2? Because we are currently moderate sell. So a T2 opportunity here at the top of the channel. It is a super channel topper. There's 20, there's 30.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
Ooh, okay, yikes. Turned into a little bit of a super dot there. I'm going to add to my position here on a Seuss and be closing out somewhere around that dot there. Wanted to try to get 40 ticks from the top. It probably went there. Because of Christopher Columbus. I wish that's why. Yeah, they tell you some very interesting things. We'll say that.
Double delta NQ on the 4.
Okay, so the dots were enough to pop this up. Ready DD, again, here comes King Timing. I'm going to add in on King Timing, but this is a little dangerous. Once again, big bulls stepping back in after they brought it into the take profit zone. They had to touch in the tap. Had 2 ready DDs trying to slap this at the top of, of the zone there. And again, looking for a 40 bag. We've got 20 has been pretty easy on this play here, but trying to hold out all the way for the 40. Thank you very much. Targets filled. That puts us over. Is that 50K on the day? It is. 32 at 9. No, it's not. No, it's not. Sorry, I was doing wrong math earlier. Sorry, we were in the 40s earlier. We needed to, I want to try to get to 50K.
Vitality AI.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
$42,292. Okay, so we are about, what's that, about 8K away from 50K. Okay, so here's the, did we get, oh man, did we get to 100 likes? We got to get, folks, we got to get this thing to get ourselves to 100 likes. Everybody already dropped off. We're already at like all the way down to 68 viewers. Oh, it's so sad. I know. If I wanted to come out here and compete with the tards who sit out there all day long. Actually, speaking of, let's do this. Let's connect our audiences. Okay, let's see if, yeah, our buddy should be doing some giveaways. I don't have any giveaway items. Apparently, we're not big enough. I got details and information from some of the, because people were like, "Hey, Vinny, can we do some more giveaways?" I'll be honest. Sorry, we're not big enough. We're not cool enough to. We're not big enough for the cool kids to do giveaways yet. So for us to do that, we got to have more following. That's just basically what they told me. Like, you don't have enough following, you don't have enough views for your videos. So sadly, I can't get those. So how do we get the views up, folks? I don't know. You guys tell me. You guys got to share it with more people. Tell other people from the chat to come hang out. I don't know what we need to do. Or how can I improve our live streams for you guys? Like, what is it that attracts people to people's live streams? Because there's nobody out there trading better than we do. So I don't know what it is, or am I that much of a turn off to people with my talking about truth, quite frankly, and people don't want to know the truth. I don't know what it is. Do I have to be on live streams longer? I think a lot of these guys are doing like 4-hour and all day long streams, which I just don't think is healthy for traders in general. But if we are going to do the all day hangouts, like, I mean, do people just sit there and they just randomly talk about random stuff that's going on Twitter or what? Anyway, I don't know how to make that better, but I have an idea. How many of you guys would be interested in if I turned our live streams, now again, how many would turn this on or off? It'd be like, if I'm out here talking about truther information, is that something that would be exciting to you guys? Do you guys want to hear the truth from, again, my perspective? Play this whole game of, well, my truth is blah, blah, blah. Or how about challenges to the narratives that are out there? Like, I expose scammers all the time. And I've come to find out through COVID, there are way bigger scams than the scammers who are online, if you know what I'm saying. Right? But if I'm going to do these longer streams, I got to have something else to talk about, right? And for me, what's on my heart? What do I like? What am I interested in? Now, I could come out here and play video games. I do like to play video games, but I kind of do that with my kids these days. They're getting older now, so they can all play video games and things a bit more. So you guys into hearing some things that might challenge your brain, or is that going to get people angry? At the same time, I'm kind of not scared of offending people. So if I think that's what we're going to do, I'll just be honest. I'm just going to kind of set the program that I am going to, whatever's on my heart, I'm going to talk about the things I want to talk about. And if you find them interesting, great. If you don't, that's okay too. But I think there are bigger scams than the things that I've exposed in the past. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if that's going to get us booted off of YouTube or not, I don't know if that's the case either. I don't know what I don't know. I have heard that a lot of these channels that are bringing forth the truth and exposing things that you think are common narratives, that those things are, getting shut down and whatnot. I mean, I feel like at this point it's kind of worth the risk because, dude, our channel's so small anyway. Like, what do I care? Like, if it goes, it goes at this point. You know what I mean? Kick would be a good place for that. Okay, I've heard of this Kick thing. Like, what is... So Kick, I believe the only person I know that uses that is Rips. And I assumed he's doing that because he's getting paid. That guy just comes across to me. I mean, look, I love that he's trading a live account, and that's all exciting. But I saw something that came across his feed the other day. He's like, I'm a rear man. And he posts a screenshot of the backside of a Ferrari, and a bright orange Ferrari thing. Like, I don't understand the mentality of these people. I don't. And maybe it's because I'm a dad. I got 4 kids. I don't know. Maybe I'm an old fuddy-duddy. Just anyway, sorry. I'm whatever. Want to hear it? Listen to someone talk about stocks all day is boring. Choose show keep me entertained while trading. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'll kind of want to do. And maybe I'll make them reaction videos to a lot of the content that I may have either already come across. I've been saving up a lot of things because I'll tell you kind of how I started in on my truther journey. I mean, it came around particularly, as I said initially, was we all cared about COVID, right? Why did we all care about COVID? Well, again, for me as a dad, personally, I got 4 kids, family, and elderly parents. And it starts with, you got to care about something to care about it, right? It's something that impacted us all. But when they're going through some crazy draconian level control mechanisms, and how it was that people were so brainwashed on like sure, okay, you start out with like we all were like getting our groceries and like, okay, wiping down stuff and all that, like, okay, there's some kind of crazy thing is one thing, and then they're like paper masks. I'm like, hold on, if this thing is oh man, I can go to so many things on that. Right. But they ultimately, like, they would tell you that masks won't work, and then all of a sudden they work. Do you remember that? Like, they're like, no, masks, don't go out and get a bunch of masks because they don't even really work. And then it was like a day later, they're like, oh, everyone wear a mask right now. You can't go into the grocery store without your mask. What? All right. So for me, and I feel like everybody should have gone through this, but for me, I mean, I'm not an idiot. I hate to put this out to the people, but, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm also not retarded. And you tell me one thing one day and then flip around the next day, and it's like, and then acting like it's a medical thing, and oh no, you got to do it. Okay, I'm kind of going, okay, well, there's my first slip of, they tell you not to go get masks, and then now everyone needs masks. Okay. Then their explanation is, oh, well, we wanted to lie to you at first because we wanted the hospitals to have time to make sure that they got all the PPE equipment first. Okay. Sure. All right, we'll let that one slide. But you know how this goes, right? Then next thing you know, they're, forcing vaccinations and like steamrolling like these things that haven't even been tested before, and they're like, want you to jab it into your children, and I'm like, what is going on? Are you crazy? And then you start seeing things like stats of like, okay, well, it sounds like they're the symptoms of the flu. You're like, okay, well, how many people are still getting the flu? Then you go and you see like there's a website dedicated to showing how many people get the flu every year and how many people die from the flu, and all of a sudden flu deaths go to 0 and COVID deaths go high. Like, so you're basically renaming the flu to COVID. Anyway, at some point you kind of got to go, dude, I'm not stupid. This is a game. Y'all want to control. So once you start to realize, okay, well, how far is the control going to go? Now you kids can't go to school. Oh my word. Are you kidding me? So your kids can't go to school, but they are also saying, well, kids can't get it. And they're also like, kids don't spread it and kids aren't going to die from it. Oh, but your kids need to it's to protect the teachers. And it's going to be 2 weeks to stop the spread. And then it's 2 weeks beyond and now it's 2 years. Like, get out of here. Is it tinfoil hat stuff? Well, if it's tinfoil hat, see that's the mockery. Because in order to combat truth, you have to call it names. You have to, like, let me ask you this, Books 9329. Do you think it's actually tinfoil? Do you think that, like, how many COVID jabs did you take? Like, be honest with me. How many COVID jabs did you take? Books 9329. Two. Okay, so you're double retarded. Got you. Government Pfizer kept liquor stores open during COVID. Yeah, that was weird.
Two-finger NQ on the 42.
So hey, how come nobody's got to take COVID jabs now? Books. Hey, dude, I love to have the other side. So unlike the other side of the debate, like, they've got to silence us because it's truth. Truth doesn't need to silence the other side. I'm happy to have you on the program, have a chat, because you guys can't defend your nonsense. The truth will literally set you free, and it doesn't need any backing. Yeah, if you wanted to visit, yeah, and they would be like, oh, you got to take your jab in order to, oh, you got to come in here, and, well, for you to get inside, and you're not going to be able to see your loved ones, and all that kind of stuff, dude. Like, my cousin couldn't see her dad before he passed and whatnot because they're like, nope, can't come in because all this stuff, and nope, can't hug your people. Just whatever, dude. Y'all are nuts. Absolutely nutcases. Exactly. How are the unvaxxed endangering the vax if the vax worked? Like, you're like, you're endangering us. What are you talking about? Had to take it to keep your job. Like, oh, you know, you can't, you're not gonna be able to work if you don't take it. Forced you to put something in your body. Oh, wow. Get out of here, bro. So anyhow, my main thing is, you knew there was too much nonsense around that. And if anybody's still dumb enough to be like, oh, well, see, it worked. That's why we don't need them now, because it worked. You're stupid. Oh, man. Just call it what it is.
NQ on the 4.
My parachute doesn't work. Don't wear your parachute. It's weird. Anyhow, so that's what woke me up. First, I had to start looking at some things. And you get deep into looking into going like, where does this all begin? What's the narrative? And then that just leads to other things. Now you start to realize there's way more than that. Way more. I remember as a kid, so I'm a Christian, and I was raised in a Christian home, and, you know, when we do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, and you say that part, and you get to the whole under God part, well, I mean, as a young lad, I obviously thought, well, it must be we're a Christian nation. We must be, I mean, obviously, we're Christian, right? How many of you guys think that America was founded as a Christian nation? Let's see a show of hands or whatever it is in a chat. Do you think we were founded on a Christian nation, and that under God phrase, and when it says in God we trust at the top of our money, that they're talking about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob
DCDMNQ on the
of the Christian faith? All right, we all think, I don't say we all, but those who are in that faith definitely think that's what they're talking about. Well, the God of the Bible says, I am a jealous God. And he says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Plural. And he kind of takes that seriously. Kind of first, second, and third commandments there. Pretty tricky. Pretty tricky. We're coming into 11:17 where things start to slow down. We're coming into the lunchtime lull. Let's see how we play in this area. Okay, that's a super dot. I'm going to give it a shot here. And there's a 40 tick dropper right there. That'll add to the kiddie pool. What does that put us at there?
Double delta NQ on the 4.
31. 42 is about 44,000-ish. About 6K away from 50K on the day. Let me play an interesting video. So that play right there, those are the new folks. It's a super dot. Also, bit of a headshot there because if you check the spacing, if you have watched the headshot video, what are we looking for in a headshot? A cross.
Lower bands touch NQ on the
And a dot, that's a headshot, within 10 or 15 bars of each other. If you zoom in, if you were to count the bars, I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between here and there, you know, it looks like it's a little bit, you know, it looks like it could be too much distance, but technically speaking, that's about 9. About 9 bars there in between the cross and the dot. So we have 9 bars in, so we have a headshot plus a super dot. All right, super dot is literally the ready DD landing on the dot. So I'm going to give that a shot. Stop above the dot, very small risk, high reward. Why did I hold out for a 40 tick? Because we had the nerd with us. The MacV Ultimate with it. So if I was against it, then I'm only looking for a target 1. Target 1 on the 4s is 20 ticks. Target 2 on the 4s for me is a 40 tick. But I got that one. If you get it, type a 1. 2 if you're new. 3 if you're still just here to troll me. And 4 if you want to hear some more. Let's go.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
I got an interesting video that this is not the first time I've heard it, but I went ahead and saved it yesterday.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 40. Delta NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 42. Pip dot NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
Now remember, this is for entertainment purposes only, all right? Obviously, nothing I'm about to show you is 100% true. It's totally entertainment purposes, so for the YouTube algorithm, we're just here to entertain because we're bored. I gotta wait around for some trades. So let's take a look at something and just some things to bring about some, you know, some conversation. All right, let's play with this. Right.
Before and after the presidency of Donald
pause
Trump.
This here real quick. And
lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
Let's have some fun because I'm bored. Let me turn the sound on it.
The United States was, and now it is again, on what I would call an intentional trajectory to fulfill what famous Freemason Manly P. Hall described as the secret destiny of America, which includes a future national and global subservience to the God of Freemasonry, a deity that most Americans would not imagine when reciting the Pledge of Allegiance to one nation under God. In fact, the idea by some that the United States was established as a monotheistic Christian nation by those who designed Washington, D.C., and that the God referred to on American currency as a Judeo-Christian one. It's really a puzzling conclusion when reflected against the deistic beliefs of so many of the founding fathers, as you can see perpetually viewed in the so-called supreme architect deism of Freemasons, and in the supreme judge of the world and the divine providence notations that are in the Declaration of Independence and other founding documents, as well as the countless pagan icons that actually dominate the symbols, the statues, the buildings, the seals that were carefully drafted under official government auspices, the Great Seal of the United States primary among them, which Manly P. Hall, the famous Freemason, rightly called the signature of that exalted body of Masons who designed America for what he called a peculiar and particular purpose. It all bears rich symbolism, forecasting anything but Christianity. As a matter of fact, when Christians in the 1800s argued that a hypothetical annihilation of the United States would lead to antiquaries of succeeding centuries, and by that they meant historians, concluding that America had been a heathen nation based on the symbolism of the Great Seal, Congress was pushed to create something reflecting the Christian faith of so many of its citizens. U.S. President and Freemason Theodore Roosevelt, he strongly opposed this idea, but other Masons weren't as frustrated with the plan because, given the ambivalence of the term God and the axiom that, interpreted within the context of the Great Seal's symbolism, this certainly would not infer the biblical Christian God. Therefore, the slogan "In God We Trust," whoever you believe that God is, was accommodated by Masons and other Illuminatus, who therefore approved as the official U.S. motto the phrase "In God We Trust." In my book, Zenith 2016, which among other things noted that the year of Donald Trump's presidential election had been foreseen by prophets and sages for thousands of years as the apex date when governments would begin shifting toward the spirit that is predicted on the Great Seal of the United States, the Antichrist, followed by the actual man of sin's arrival and acceptance on the global stage in the year 2025, which people will discover in the new book Zeitgeist 2025. But this was to illustrate the point in my book Zenith 2016 that one definitely would not determine that the God in America's official motto refers to the Father of Jesus or a biblical Trinity. I wrote in that book, quote, "Imagine yourself as a space traveler who visits Earth in a fictional post-apocalyptic world."
Yeah, this is a very interesting point that he makes here. I'm excited about this. He's going to kind of talk about, so imagine you're some space alien, just came down here, and there's some, I don't know, apocalyptic event that's occurred, and you had to dig down and find, like, okay, what do you think America was? I love this point, so pay attention to this part. This is very interesting to talk about.
Digging through the rubble of the once thriving planet, you come across a copy of a U.S. $1 bill with the two-sided Great Seal of the United States joined in the middle by the phrase, "In God We Trust." Upon consideration, you ask yourself, what God did this refer to? And with no preconceptions, you allow the symbolism on the seal to speak for itself, from which you quickly determine that this had been a great culture who worshipped Egyptian and Greek deities, especially a particular solar one whose all-seeing eye glares from the top an unfinished Egyptian pyramid. Upon further investigation into the specific beliefs of the strange group whose members had influenced the Great Seal, you discover from their highest masters, including one illustrious Albert Pike, that the sun god they venerated so highly had been known to them at various times in history by the names Apollo, Osiris, and Nimrod, end quote. Now, I made that argument in Zenith 2016 because, unknown to most Americans, and certainly to the average Christian, the Great Seal's mottos and symbolism relate to both Osiris and Apollo specifically, and yet as one. Osiris is the dominant theme of the Egyptian symbols, his resurrection and return, while the mottos of the seal point directly to Apollo, and the eagle, a pagan emblem of Jupiter, to Apollo's father. For instance, the motto Annuit Coeptus, this is from Virgil's Aeneid, in which Ascanius, the son of Annius from conquered Troy, prays to Apollo's father, Jupiter, or Zeus. Charles Thompson, the designer of the Great Seal's final version, condensed line 625 of Book 9 of Virgil's Aeneid, which reads, Jupiter omnipotus, audacibus annuet coeptus, which means all-powerful Jupiter favors the daring undertaking. He condensed that down to annuet coeptus. He approves our undertaking. While the phrase Novus Ordo Seclorum, a new order of the ages, was adapted in 1782 from inspiration that Thompson found in a prophetic line in Virgil's Eclogue 4, which reads Magnus ad integro seclorum nascitur ordo, from Virgil's Eclogue 4, line 5, the interpretation of the original Latin being, and the majestic roll of circling centuries begins anew. Now that phrase is from the Cumae Sibyl, a pagan prophetess of Apollo, identified in the Bible as a demonic deceiver, and it involves the future birth of a divine son spawned from a new breed of men sent down from heaven when he receives the life of gods and sees heroes with gods commingling. According to this prophecy, this is Apollo, the son of Jupiter, or Zeus, who returns to Earth through mystical life given to him from the gods, when the deity Saturn, or Jupiter, returns to reign over the cosmos in a new pagan golden age, what the alignment of Jupiter and Saturn on December 21, 2020 forecast, which many, by the way, including pastors, were erroneously referring to as the Christmas star. According to the Greek texts, the Magi followed an asteroid, not a stationary star alignment, whose trajectory led them to Bethlehem. But it was the closest that these two planets have appeared together in approximately 800 years not long ago, and it did indeed forecast the arrival of a messianic son, the false one, whose spirit will reside in the beast of Revelation 17:8. From the beginning of the prophecy, referenced on the Great Seal of the United States, here's what we read. Now the last age, by Cumae Sibyl sung, has come and gone, and the majestic roll of circling centuries begins anew. Justice returns old Saturn's reign, with a new breed of men sent down from heaven. Only do thou at the boy's birth, in whom the iron shall cease, the golden race arise. Befriend him, chaste Lucina, 'tis thine own Apollo reigns. He shall receive the life of gods and see heroes with gods commingling, and himself be seen of them, and with his father's worth reign over the world. Assume thy greatness, for the time draws nigh, dear child of gods, great progeny of Jove, or Jupiter Zeus. See how it totters, the world's orbed mind, earth and wide ocean, and the vault profound, all see enraptured of the coming time. End quote. According to Virgil and the Cumae Sibyl, whose prophecy formed the Novus Ordo Seclorum on the Great Seal of the United States, the New World Order begins during a time of chaos, when the earth and the oceans are tottering, a time like today. This is when the Son of Promise will suddenly arrive on earth, Apollo incarnate, a pagan savior, born of a new breed of men sent down from heaven when heroes and gods are blended together. It sounds eerily similar to what the Watchers did during the creation of Genesis 6 giants, doesn't it?
Okay, hopefully that fixed the echo.
Antichrist also represents the return of the Nephilim. But to understand why such a fanciful prophecy about Apollo, son of Jupiter, returning to Earth should be important to you, in ancient literature, Jupiter was the Roman replacement of Yahweh. As the greatest of the gods, he was a counter-Yahweh. His son Apollo is a replacement of Jesus, a counter-Jesus. And this Apollo comes to rule the final New World Order.
Oh, I had a nice Super AO in there.
Returns old Saturn's reign. Now this ancient goddess Justice, who returns Saturn's reign, Saturnia Regna, the pagan golden age, was known to the Egyptians as Mat and to the Greeks as Demas, while to the Romans she was Lustitia. Now statues and reliefs of her adorn thousands of government buildings and courts around the world, but especially in Washington, D.C., where she stands as familiar Lady Justice, blindfolded and holding scales and a sword. She represents, according to the prophecy, the enforcement of secular law, and is, according to this Sibyl's conjure, the authority that's going to require global compliance at the zenith of Satan's dominion, concurrent with the coming of Apollo. What's more, the Bible's accuracy concerning this subject is alarming, including the idea that pagan justice will require surrender to a satanic system in a final world order under the rule of Jupiter's son.
So I tried for, like, what I want to see here is a potential double cross, double move here.
The identity of the god Apollo, repeat coded in the Great Seal of the United States as the Masonic Messiah who's going to return to rule the earth, is the same.
So if we come back through this area, the target would be S3.
The political leader of the end times New World Order. For instance, according to key Bible prophecies, the Antichrist will be the progeny or the incarnation of the ancient spirit of Apollo. 2 Thessalonians 2:3 says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And this is the Greek word apolia, Apollo. Revelation.
Okay, we're coming back through there again. Entering in on a piercer with audio box on king timing. Terrible entry.
And enter into him. It says the beast.
Gonna have to add a hard stop back here. You go above that area. Yeah, no.
Perdition, apolia, Apollo. And they that dwell on earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world.
Man, got 8 up in this space.
And is not, and yet is.
All right, gave it the 2-try rule. Bummer.
Among other things, this means that the Great Seal of the United States is a prophecy, hidden in plain sight by the Founding Fathers for more than 200 years, foretelling the return of a terrifying demonic god that seizes control of Earth in the new order of the ages. This supernatural entity was known and feared in ancient times by different names: Apollo, Osiris, and even farther back as Nimrod, whom Masons consider to be the father of their institution.
Now, I found that fascinating. Nimrod of the Bible. The Masons consider Nimrod the father of Masonry. Now, how many of you guys knew that? Like, if you, I don't know how many people study in or understand the Masons or the Masonic Order, but how many of you guys knew that Nimrod is considered the originator of the Masonic orders? Isn't that interesting? Just crazy. Really interesting. 43K. I was at 43K. Now, where am I at here? Basically, I gave that 2 shots. Okay, here's Super AL. I'm gonna try to give this a shot again too. 89 sitting here. Need to listen in for the non-popcorn. Let's see. We're back up on strong buy, so I can only go target one here. Super AO. Speed is no good. It was good a minute ago. There's 20. It looks like we're snapping down. Might get a full 40 out of it. Thank you very much. And right back for the Super AO. Let's go. Super AO for the win. That was a better play than playing that as a DC. And that was a nasty... I'm going to kick myself later for that. There was no need to really have to try for that. Double cross, double move there. And then giving it a 2-shot, I gave up too much there on trying to play that twice. Super AO, much easier play. Let's go, Super AO. I'm here for it. Okay, let's listen to the rest of this. Again, remember, this is entertainment purposes only. Some stuff to really think about and consider. Have some conversation around. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the stuff that I have come across. And just because I'm playing it doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with every single thing there, but it is something that that we should, I think, look into. All right, I think it's worthy of looking into. And even if it's like, I tell my wife and other people, it's like sometimes it's like, if you like Star Wars, great. If you want to get interested in some sci-fi stuff or whatever, then fine. Like don't get upset and offended by somebody being interested in looking into information, right? The people that are like, put their heads in the sand and be like, don't even listen to that. It's like, dude, then stop going to the movies, okay? Like, you're being programmed. They literally call television tell-lie vision. All the lies that are being told on your tell-lie vision, you're being told the vision and you're being programmed. That's why they call them programs and channeling. Why they go to a channel back in the day. I don't know if anybody even talks about channels anymore. But anyhow, tune into a frequency. Come on, man. There's so much that if you really just open your eyes and your ears around these things to just be aware of. Anyway, after I look forward to watching the rest of the recording tonight. Have a great day. Thank you for the stream. Awesome, David. Hey, thanks for that. Really appreciate it. Okay, so I added in here after the Super AO. Then we come in and I get a dot at the top. It was going to be a small stop. Pretty much just a structural play right there. Didn't put a whole lot of credence into it. Ends up being a great play there off of the dot. Full drop in, 68 ticks for the potential drop. Total trap up top there with the beautiful dropout. Very nice play. I'm excited about it. Puts me up 10K. I'm at 41, 42K there on the day now. Yeah, read and absorb information with an open mind, find the truths and lies in it, and make an informed decision on what that information is. Bingo. Yeah. And mainly, like, look, some of this stuff, like, does it really impact you whether or not the Lincoln Memorial is a temple? Which I found, like, who would have ever thought, like, a temple? Like, they tell, like, if you're a Christian or even a non-Christian, you know, be careful of idols, right? Is this not idolatry? If you're going to create this giant idol of this person, and then you're going to call it in a temple, you've created in a temple. And by the way, like, okay, let's back up. I think some people don't know. This is what the big image is. Let's go open image in a new tab here. Okay. The temple. This is this giant thing. Okay, the Lincoln Memorial, supposedly is what they call it. But inside of it, it says it's a temple. Like, y'all. I mean, just saying. And if you know about the 13, I used to think, like, why was it 13 colonies? Why wasn't it like 12 or 14 or 10 colonies? Why is it 13? Why 13 colonies? Why does Canada have 13 provinces, right? How many, where are my Canadians at? Where's my Canadian bros? You guys have 13, you don't call them states, are they provinces? The world is a stage, folks, and you don't realize it until you really start digging in and the stuff around you. They keep you busy at work, they keep you busy, keeping your hands busy, putting food on the table. You don't know what you don't know. Provinces. But yeah, so I kind of went on my journey with this stuff. Like, once they lied to me about COVID, like, lie to me once, shame on you. Okay, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. All right? Just saying. Where did Mr. Books go? Is he still here? Provinces and territories. Yeah. And it's 13, right, Don? Is it 13 y'all have? Pretty sure it's 13. Came to find that out the other day. Didn't realize that till I'm like, wait, 13 colonies, 13 provinces.
On the 4. Upper bands touch
Idolatry everywhere.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Obelisks. And the Bible literally says, do not erect any obelisk. Hold on, let me find the passage for this stuff.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Stone pillar. Bible verse. Okay, Leviticus 26:1. You shall not make idols for yourselves, or erect an image, or pillar, and you shall not set up a figured stone in your land to bow down to it, for I am the Lord your God. Deuteronomy, same thing. Deuteronomy 16:22. And do not set up for yourselves a sacred pillar. Well, what's the pillar that we have put up in Washington? Let's go take a look. Anybody know about this bad boy right here?
42.
No, you don't know? Yeah, well, I didn't either. Then you start looking into this stuff and you're like, yeah, why? If we're a Christian nation, why would we do this? Why would we do exactly what it tells us not to do?
On the 4.
This is being raised to the god Osiris. It's the first time you've heard that. I'm sorry, I'm the first one to break that to you because there are better ways to break that information to you. I assure you. Other people have done way better videos around this content. I'm happy to share with you guys what I have come to the knowledge of. But all of a sudden, Washington, D.C. has a whole new meaning and directive. I should have taken this play just a minute ago. Beautiful. Look at this. All kinds of things right here. Let's see who can name this. What all is going on right here? Pop quiz in the chat. Let's see how many things you can identify going on right here. Type them all. There's a lot going on in this play setup right here for the dropout. What all the confluences that landed right here. See how many of you can find all of them. This is playing, it was just like, where's Waldo? But like beyond that, we're not just finding Waldo. Find all of the things. What are those games where they find everything out of place? Or how many hidden objects can you find? Got a DCR in there. Yep. Super mega late Nate headshot. Sure. Yep. You got the mega late Nate in there. You got a power headshot in there. You got a super dot in there. You got a super AO in there. You got, I mean, could I just keep going on? Is there... There's not a PRZ. Like, the only thing it's like not in there almost is there's no PRZ right there. About everything else, there's no Enigma right there, but holy shnikes. DCR, Super AO, yeah, all kinds of good stuff going on right there. Okay, we just hit neutral. I'm going to look to sell here on a continuation.
For N-scale data center space. Microsoft Neo Cloud deal passes $60 billion in AI spending frenzy.
King timing, Seuss, and a dropout for 20. I'll take it.
Fib.NQ on the 4.
Double delta shift tells me there's a lot of power and juice behind this move. Came in on king timing. Should have added on the red dot right there, but anyhow. RR, headshot, AO.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
I think that puts us around 44K or 45K on the day.
Lower band short NQ on the 42. Fib.NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
I think that was the end of the video there. Let's see.
In the last chapter of the book Zeitgeist 2025, we circle back to that prophecy to expose the most insidious aspect of the scheme that is now counting down to the year 2025.
Okay, so how many of you guys have a Twitter account? If you have a Twitter account, do me a favor and share out the live stream and put some kind of comment on it. That would be awesome. Hit that share button right underneath the chat here. Click share and just hit Twitter. I think, let's see, I'm going to do it myself. Share X. There we go. Look at that. So easy. Literally, boom, post
Lower bands
about that.
on the 42.
And then maybe you want to put something like, come hang out with Vinny and the crew, or come hang out with me here watching Vinny trade live on YouTube right now. Something like that.
On the RTY2.
All right, there's, I'm going to turn overlays off there. We got the too slow speed kind of giving me the danger warning there, being like, hey, watch out.
NQ on the 4.
Edward, you did? Awesome. Thank you very much.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 42. Lower bands touch NQ on the 42.
So mine in just under 10 minutes time. We're expecting comments from ECB's Nagel, who's speaking on the topic of Europe in Berlin, followed by a discussion with Economist Editor-in-Chief Zani Minton Bedos.
Fib.NQ on the 4. Fib.NQ on the 4.
Okay, Dot getting pierced through here on King Timing. Hearing buyers, popcorn. There's popcorn buyers on the tape here. You did. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate that. Eddie says 43,291. All right, not quite at 44 yet. Top of the channel. Neutral. This is one with the speed going down so much. I kind of want to pull like the 2s up here. This might be cruising for a bruise in here, but I kind of want to add the 2s. Do I have this chart? Set this to always on top here. Where are we going here? So let me move this back in its place. We also had the 42s. Let's see, do we have any other major news today? Checking the news area. After the close, there are 2 red stars, New Zealand related. Unemployment rate for New Zealand and employment change quarter over quarter for New Zealand. That is at 445, literally way after the close. So that's probably not going to impact us intraday. 12 o'clock, Nagel speaking. Then those are at the bell. Okay, so a few low impact news events still on the schedule for the day. They got a PRZ cross right here, but I'm hearing popcorn all the way in it, so I'm not going to swing at that one right now. We also have a delta shift on the 9s. Right at king timing, ES is pointing up.
Lower bands touch NQ on the AD9.
Okay, king timing, and we are floating up here at the top of the channel. Let's see if we get an R2FA event. We got a pink dot up top, and here comes the sellers, and I'm going to close it out quickly. Pink dot showed up over here on the right. Had to react pretty quick on that one. Oops, just tried to draw it.
First half of 2026.
There it is. That is a power dot with divergence. You have the divergence triangle with the pink dot there. Took a slap down on that one. Wish I would have gotten a little bit bigger and held just a little bit longer there. Here we had king timing. Double tapped into the structure. So hard. I was waiting to see if we got a order flow event right there. The only thing that queued in was you heard the audio beats. So that is your R2FA event. So what did we have for the structure? We had our 2 pillars. We had the structure and the timing, actually. We had timing as well. So we have a king timing opportunity plus the high time frame of the divergence power dot. And we come into the top of the channel. So that's our structure. Then what's the R2FA event? The R2FA event is Flowmaster Audio Box coming in with the beats. Got it? Everybody understand that? Type me a 1 if you know, 2 if you're new, and 3 if you're still just here to troll me. Let's go. Type it there in the chat. 1, 2, or 3. ES pointing down. 8.1. And that dropout ended up going 159 ticks. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. Wish I would have held out a bit longer on that. It was hard to do because we had been so hard up on the buy side. All the way back to buy side again. Neutral. Going to try for my double cross, double move one more time here today.
NQ on the 4.
There's a dot. Okay, come on, crack that dot. Double cross, double move. Am I going to get it this time? I don't know. We got a 7.8 power PRZ cross here on the high time frame, so it's a little bit difficult. ES, I need ES not to turn back up. If ES points up, I'm in trouble here. I'm going to add a hard stop back behind that red cross up top here. Going for a double cross, double move. Now, the opportunity on a double cross, double move is pretty large here. We got a very long leg. The problem is it's nice and smooth. I've told you before on those, I don't want a super strong, long leg because it came down fast. Means it probably won't last, unfortunately. So a little bit dangerous on this one. Double cross like this did not work for me well earlier today and does not look like it's going to work for me again. Stopped out on a double cross, double move play right there, popping up above it. There's a super AO. Going to go for it one more time with a little more time. Went back to moderate buy here. So looking for a T1.
Double delta NQ on the 9.
There's T1 for 20. Being a little greedy to see if I can get a little bit more out of it. Come back down and come touch this area for me. Let me get an F6 line right in the middle of the double cross, double move. Is it going to cost me again? Yes, it is. Boo. All right, peeling off half here. Got a delta shift. Let's see if King Timing is going to come and help me out here. They're coming up fast. There's a cross, add to my position. Gonna go full. There's a headshot. F6.
NQ on the 4.
DCR with it. Tricky, still hearing popcorn on the tape. What time? Right at 12 o'clock. ES doing. Come on, ES. Point down. Do not point back up or I'm in trouble. Here we go. There's 40. All 41 at the S3. Push it. There's 50. Trying to max out the play here. Seuss. Into neutral at S3.
You on the 89.
3K away from 50K. Is it going to be a 50K day? Could be it right here. If I get the follow through. The cross. Come on. Push it like a boss. $400 away from 50K. I said it out loud. I probably just jinxed myself. I'm gonna peel half right here. $95 ticks, 99. All right, I'm going to close it. 20K on this account, 30 on this account. That is 50K on the day. You guys are the bomb.com. Thank you for giving that 50K hype in the chat. You know where it's at. Let's go.
got this, baby. I know it's been crazy, you don't see me, it's exhausting. City to city, cause I'm shiny, boys is popping. You keep making plans, babe, I'm sorry, I keep flopping. Call me late at night, cause I love it when you talk.
Fib.NQ on the board.
With you not here, it's just not on. No, I can't let go without you near. Feel alone. I'm holding on your trades. Got me 10 feet off the ground. Now I'm seeing how you play. AlgoBox, you turn it on.
Get the money gun.
You need me, then you go and show me how.
All right, so on that play, that is a headshot with 2 crosses. So we got a DCR with a headshot on king timing. So let's label this one out here.
Take a shot for you, and I need you like a
I guess you could kind of say, get ready, take the next play. This is, there's a lot of bars in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, there's 20 bars, which is like right on the cusp. Like, yes, within 20 bars, I want to see the next play. It's literally like at 20, and that might be a rough estimate there. It's like probably like 21, but that's literally so close to the edge. But that was a beautiful play. The dropout from the dot to the bottom, 126 tick opportunity. Not too shabby. Grabbing them on the way down. Exiting here, exiting all the way down here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Always looking to improve, but not too bad. Tried for the double cross double move, kind of ganked me, stopped me out right here. Come back up. We get the play. Beautiful. Love it. Just playing the video game. Playing the video game.
Got me 10 feet off the ground. AlgoBox makes trading like a game. Join us now and see what can be found. AlgoBox, and never miss the game.
All right, and kind of expected a little bit more fallout there, but I'll be honest, it's just a little. I wanted to lock in my 50K. All right, there is a thing. There's a mental thing there, and I needed to hold on to that. Needed to lock in that 50K. Just saying, that's just what I did. Just
Fib.NQ on
I saw the 50. Needed to lock in, especially when I saw it blinking at me. Literally $400 away from 50K, and y'all know if you've been around a while, you know my $400 superstition. For whatever reason, that last $400 to push it to any major target for me oftentimes ends up being something tricky. Wanted to make sure didn't miss out on that and locking it in, not allowing the superstition to have its day. Not today. Not today. Speaking of not today, you guys are thebomb.com. Look at that. 100 likes today. Awesome work. Tomorrow we'll be back doing a longer live stream again. I will try to be in early prior to the US Open tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out here with me. Make sure you reshare this out to folks. We got the new website. If you haven't checked out the new website, if you are thinking about joining with us, Black Friday is coming up here. So just watch for that awesome Black Friday offer coming any day now. But Black Friday, remember, is toward the ends of this month. So if you're jumping in, now's a great time to get in on a 2-week free trial. Do the 2-week free trial with us. And then when we get that awesome offer, we only do this 2 times a year, Black Friday and Christmas in July. So awesome opportunity to be joining with us if you haven't done so already. Don't forget, there's an 8-day boot camp for free on the website, currently free into the new year. When we finish out the edits on it, it will be a pay for. So go and grab it while it's free. Just click on the training link under resources on our new website. Enjoy those. If you got feedback for us, come and hit me up in Discord. It's free as well. You know, no other place that has this good of a software has a free Discord along with it. Free training available on the website and free live streams where you get to come hang out with me. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunch from Oscar, Curtis, G, and Eddie B. I have seen all the Gates Town. See ya.